What do you guys think about tipping?
Like
At
Wrong.
like a restaurant or
Yeah.
putting my penis in.
it depends on the service you're getting. Like if you're going to McDonald's and you go over to the cashier and they ask for a tip, you know for a fact the cashier is getting the tip, not the person that's actually making it and bringing you the food in a way. So I'm kind of not for it. But if you go to a fancy restaurant where the whole person's job is to walk around and bring you the food and make sure it's brought in a timely and safe manner, I'm for it. I think they deserve a tip.
So, like, what do you think of the concept of tipping? Well,
Wrong.
do you think it's wrong? Why?
Fundamentally wrong.
Why?
Okay,
They should get
so-
paid
Okay.
to do this work. I shouldn't have to pay for them.
Well,
Mm-mm.
so you're not going to tip them because the business.
No,
So what I'm hearing
I'll
is
never tip.
And then you'll never get a clean plate of food again.
They can work harder, and then when I don't tip that one time, next time I come in, they'll be like, "Oh wow, I gotta really show up to get this guy's tip." And they're always gonna be working and trying to be their best
okay,
self.
at this
to
point,
please
if you
me.
don't think he's fucking around with you,
All right, so Seth is decided to be the dumbass for this podcast.
What?
What do you
finally
think of
free. I'm finally free.
Okay, well, I have different sides to this because I've worked in the food industry. I mean, I think we all have. So
Yeah.
I don't have a new
Right.
perspective to shine. But basically, I think like pretty much tipping like for sit down restaurants is usually like it's like a courtesy to say, hey, I noticed you went up and up beyond, you know, to like help make sure that our experience was good. Like, you know, the atmosphere, our food was there in a timely manner. It was very
Right.
well prepared.
Yeah.
It looked very nice. So those are reasons for tipping. But I don't think people should be paid less than minimum wage on the expectation they will be getting tipped. Like, that doesn't seem legal. But also,
Like delivery drivers.
yeah, delivery drivers
Yeah.
and even like bartenders and waitresses get tipped under minimum wage. Like, I made like was it like $13 an hour was minimum wage? Well, people at the same place where bartenders, waitresses were making like $8.50 an hour or something.
Because they're like compensated by tips.
Yeah, that ain't right.
It's
Yeah.
still, which is bullshit. Like actually,
Like there comes a point when you realize the company's just screwed.
Well-
like at that point, that's the company's fault for not knowing how to
I guess-
actually
well, I
pay their
guess-
employees.
So I managed a little bit, and I guess legally, they if they didn't make enough tips during their during their pretty much work during their why can't I think of the word their shift yes, if they didn't make enough tips during their shift to compensate for the time less they got paid their minimum wage, the work has to pay them that, so they have to pay them minimum wage for all the hours or whatever that.
So if you do really damn good at your job and don't get tipped enough, you're just making minimum and not what you should actually be being paid with raises and stuff.
Or even if you do make tips, but just not enough to earn what would be minimum wage for that night, they just pay you that little bit extra until like it's worth minimum wage.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right to me at
I would
all.
say
That
still-
sounds like
still
really
bullshit.
fucked. I think if you do really good at your job, you're getting everyone their drinks on time, you have a good presence to yourself, and they just don't tip you because they're assholes, and you just have to go home with minimum wage, where's the whole idea of you should be motivated to do better work?
But
No, actually-
Because
I also don't like the idea of spitting or ruining someone's food or quality just because they didn't tip is like.
Right.
Also, like tip
I don't
shouldn't be
either.
expected. Tip shouldn't be
I
expected.
like the
It's
spit.
a courtesy. Tipping
don't
is
spit
a
in anyone's food. That's a joke.
Tipping is a courtesy. You know?
Spit in
So,
my
like,
food.
You know, like it comes so common in America where people expect to be tipped after every single thing. Like,
Yeah.
dude, those fucking white iPads piss me the fuck off. I don't tip on.
all when they do them over.
What service are they providing? What service are they providing?
20%.
No, right. That's what I'm saying is, like, if you go to McDonald's, someone's just like, hey, tip here. I'm like, I'm not going to be 100% motivated to tip because I'm like, all you did was say, this guy wants a burger. You know, like,
but I don't know, that's not necessarily true. Working as someone who I guess technically works at a fast food restaurant, usually you rotate and usually they pool shifts at the end. So though you might be tipping them for what they're doing now, they were probably at the back making burgers at one point for.
Oh no,
someone.
I still tip. It's just like not. I don't feel as much like I'm not gonna do like 25%. I'll do like 10%.
Real quick,
I
Harry,
tip all the time.
Harry, is your door open?
No.
You sound like dog.
Is my mic set up properly?
I don't know.
You have a noise
That's
gate going on right now.
I mean, like after too.
And I was
Like,
gonna
what are you
say,
Sounds different.
I know,
No, maybe. I don't know.
I know
think it's just
that.
Discord.
Yeah,
Alright, just wanna
that's
make sure.
whatever. I know Seth. I was about to laugh at Seth for being like, "Yeah, spit in my food," but I remember there was actually a time where I was working with a girl I decently liked, and I was just like, "Hey, can I get a water bottle?" Because I had a thing where everyone would go over to me and get me a water bottle, and I was kind of called a lazy shit for it. But I was stuck in the kitchen all day. I was just like, "They can get me a drink," which I know sounds wrong, saying it out loud, just saying they can get me a drink like that. But I remember this girl brought me a drink. She said, "Yeah, I spit in it," and I pulled it up and I literally squeezed the water bottle so all the water got in my mouth. So I can't even blame Seth for making that joke when I did that shit way worse.
Oh my god.
It turns out she didn't actually spit in it, so I was really disappointed with how like
I have a
punchline
newfound
is
respect
that
for
one.
Ethan.
Some things are inside thoughts. Inside thoughts.
well, the water was outside my mouth because I squeezed it a little too
Yeah,
hard.
dripping on his shirt and the floor too.
Oh yeah, no. It was like when I was clocking out. So luckily I was able to go home. Problem was I went home soaked. Like the shirt was that. Not the worst thing that happened at that job.
I could imagine like you try to do like the 1 second one too, and you just like
No.
immediately throw up onto her or something like that.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I literally just went.
That'd be funny. But
I went on a date with her. It didn't end well, but I went on a date with her. So
Wonder why.
Hell yeah, brother.
So you guys think that waiters should be tipped at restaurants? How much do you tip?
yeah, I do 25% at restaurants where they bring me my food and 10% at fast food.
Holy shit. I do 20% at as long as it's good. Like if they're like not coming, if they're not returning to my table often, like I find myself like actually if I notice like like hey, I've been waiting like a while, this kind of sucks, like to even get our drinks, like that last place we were at.
Right.
I probably wouldn't have played that last place the three of us went to. I probably wouldn't have tipped 20%, like
Yeah.
but then for fast food, like McDonald's doesn't even give you a place to tip.
I don't.
McDonald's
I feel like I've
does.
seen
It's
it.
always when it's at the end there. It's just like the normal tip screen you normally see on like those little box registers.
No, I guess I don't know. Maybe I just
I
haven't been
think
in
they
a while.
have like a jar. I don't know. I've never
Okay.
been. I haven't been in a McDonald's in like.
I don't tip for fast food. If I'm picking up my food, it's like I'm being the waiter, so like I'm doing that service.
Well, yeah, but usually, like I said, like at my job, tips are pulled at the people who are making the drink too.
Right.
Yeah, but still, it's like I don't know. I see it as different because like fast food is way easier to prepare. Like you're microwaving shit. You have a microwave in the back, compared to like dining.
Right.
Is Eddie frozen for you guys too?
He
No,
works
he's
for
still there.
me. What I did as a solution, Harry, is I just click on the little Discord thing at the top left and go back. It's not Eddie's fault. It's just a weird lag thing that happens on
Gotcha.
Discord sometimes. It's fixed now for me.
He was giving me the goo goo eyes.
For me, he was mid sentence when he froze, so I screenshot it because I thought it was funny.
He's not laughing. He's not laughing.
As for my tips, I've already said my piece.
Right.
Okay. Good boy.
Eddie, how about you?
Don't say that.
You should always tip. If service is like
Good.
fine.
Yeah.
If it's anything below adequate, then don't tip, or like don't tip a whole lot. Like they have to earn like their tip, like to a certain degree. But like
Harry, at some point you got to stop flipping coins, buddy. I can tell.
Yeah, you have an addiction now.
I was gonna say in some countries it's rude to tip. Isn't that rude?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or
Then why
either-
offer?
Well, there's like
doesn't
so
make
many
sense.
different reasons. There's like it's either rude to tip or it's just not as custom as America to tip. Like it's just like there's so many different things.
We used to have this friend who would like be very
So
pushy with
research.
tips.
If you're, I was gonna say if you're touring another country, you should research their tipping customs. Thoughts?
Fair enough.
That's fair. But we had this friend who used to be like very pushy with tips. Any place to like they weren't allowed to get tips or like it was weird to like give someone a tip I remember there was like a mall fucking Panda Express where he was just like they were like, oh, we can't give tips. He was like, I'm gonna leave it right here, and he was like
That is
just
that
made
is
everything
weird.
super awkward.
well, yeah, like you're trying to be nice, but you gotta think that
Take
like
the $5 and just
You just-
slid it across the counter.
you make
Just
that
take
person's job so much harder now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because now they're in a moral dilemma of, okay, this person really wanted me to have a tip. My job won't let me. Do I take this person's money?
You know what tipping's like? Tipping is like feeding the birds at the park. then they expect a little bit of bread from all the people that pass by. Some people don't have bread, but they're like, bread, and they
you
bother.
give a mouse a cookie.
Well, here's my take. If you don't have bread to give, then don't go out to eat.
He's calling you poor. He's calling you
it.
poor.
Like I get it. Like sometimes you don't have money, but if you don't have the money to also tip, I mean, it's not like tipping is a secret thing that you're gonna be surprised about anytime you go somewhere.
Is the analogy here? Don't go outside if you don't have bread.
The analogy here is if you're broke and you can't afford to tip.
Is that how that fits into that into Harry's bit?
The birds will eat you if you don't have bread. Because they gotta eat
something. They gotta eat something.
I have a question.
I know Dottie's talked about this with me before because he does delivery. He said that there'll be people who will leave a tip or who won't leave a tip or something, and it's like, dude, if you have the money to pay for a delivery, you have the money to pay for a tip.
Isn't there also a delivery fee? I wonder if sometimes people confuse that, like the delivery
fee. Yeah, I mean,
fee
there's probably some
tip.
people get confused, but there's also probably some people who just think it's like, oh well, it's too much
some people
money.
are just
well, you already spent $25 on a $13 meal, so
it depends. Did this person actually try to find my apartment, or did they call me right away? Oh, I'm lost, and I had to go out and find them. Like, you didn't try.
I mean,
you didn't even try. Our apartment complex is really confusing, but
oh no, it's terrible. DoorDash drivers can never get here. It's funny as fuck. There was one really nice. I remember.
It's so funny when people have to.
I mean, it's weird. There's no map to say really where all the things
there
are.
There is a map.
There's one map.
There's one map,
no one comes
but it's not by the parking lot.
No, it's
the most
no
hidden map.
one driving will see that map. So.
And the layout makes no sense anyways. You can't even fucking memorize it anyways. Is like, why are they numbered this way? It's just they threw random numbers everywhere.
I don't even know the number of your place. I just walk muscle memory
the number
to
is...
where. Nope. I just walk with muscle memory until I'm like, all right, this is the place. Then I just knock on the door and wait 20 minutes while Harry uses Seth's phone to text me death threats.
I remember the first couple tries, you just went around for an hour, knocking on random doors, being like, is this it?
Well, that was because Eddie was just like, hey, play the guessing game.
What?
Did I tell you I almost got arrested by a
about?
judge? Did I tell you guys that story? One time,
Yeah, go for it.
a judge almost had me arrested. So my manager ripped a hole in his pants. So when I was on my way to work, he called me and went, "Hey, can you go to my apartment to find a pair of pants?" It is real, actually. It's an actual true story. And I was like, I laughed my ass off because this is manager I actually got along with really well, so I felt like it was fair enough to laugh at him. He's like, okay, that's funny. Just go there. He told me his apartment number, and I forgot. So I'm walking around, and he's just like, he had this app where he could remote unlock the door. And I was like, okay, cool. So I go to this house, and I try to open the door. It was locked. I was like, oh, shit. So I called him, and I was like, hey, try unlocking the door now. It's not working for him. He's like, it's been unlocked. All of a sudden the door does open. I'm like, oh, okay. I start walking in before I see this old man who's got wide eyes staring at me, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm wearing my outfit, my work outfit, by the way, so I'm representing my business. As I walk away, so I'm like, what's the number again? Grab his pants, meet his dog. Very cool place he had. Next week he goes up to me, he's like, dude, you should be glad that you drove away when you did. That judge guy, he was a judge. That's when I figured out he was a judge. Sorry. That old guy, he was a judge.
He was a judge.
Dude, you walked in, he just had gavel.
He had gavel in hand.
The power weight.
I know that stuff. But he's like, yeah, he was about to file a police report on you for breaking and entering if you didn't drive away as fast as you did.
How'd you not check the number, bro?
I forgot the number. Like I said, I figured that number was the one. And
I did like the
door,
guy.
The door opened. So I figured the unlock worked.
Yeah, what a dumb judge.
Yeah, worst judge ever. That story was crazy. That kind of sounds like something out of a TV show, to be honest.
It sure does.
That's a good job.
I think the same thing. Well, but how does every great TV show start off? Oh fuck! He wants revenge.
The TV show we're on is Cops.
We gotta get out of here, bad boys. We're bad boys. No, but every TV show has to start with one great episode. What do they call those, Harry?
Flight attendants.
No,
Try again.
close. Ethan.
On the vehicle, pilot.
a TV pilot
Ah.
to steer the craft of the rest of the show and see how it's going forward. Boys, I have asked each and every one of you before this podcast to come up with a plot for a banging
Was that
TV
the picture?
show pilot.
It wasn't
What?
loading. It wasn't loading on my phone. You sent me a picture. Was that just like a picture of the prompt?
I sent you a picture.
You
You
did.
I just got a bunch.
It didn't
I got
load
like
for me.
this. I got like a 10-paragraph essay in like Hindi.
So you got an essay in
Okay.
Hindi.
I
I
got
got
the
a picture.
You got the
Oh,
new.
dude.
Okay. So is anyone ready for this, or do you guys like discern the
well,
message maybe in the Hindi?
If I knew Hindi, I would say something in Hindi right now.
I wouldn't
does-
even try.
I would.
Okay, good.
Couldn't even play when to start, to be honest.
I do have a
I
show
can say
in
something
mind.
in Hindi. T-series.
That
Ethan, you said. Eh, who haven't we offended yet? Should we have like a little fucking whiteboard up of like people to offend
spin
next
the
episode or
wheel.
something like that?
Spin the
wheel.
I would, but I don't have a marker.
Yeah. Okay. Figure it out for us.
Look what I
Figure out
found,
who we need to. Oh, we found the marker.
It was up my butt the whole time.
How did
I was
that?
looking for my marker.
Is it me or did the Harry's light change a little bit when you like waved that thing around? Like it suddenly got a
The
lot more
exposure or
orange.
something. I'm not sure.
I don't even.
You added that balance.
Yeah.
Alright, who have we
Yeah.
offended today so far? Lesbians always.
Well, we
Sorry,
love them.
lesbians.
We're not here to offend them. We're here to love them.
But Ethan always offends him with his
That is true. That is true.
Let me
Four
put two
people.
down, just in
Four
case.
people.
Four people?
Poor people. Yeah, we
Well,
offend poor people often.
Will they even see this video?
Put another
Yeah,
one.
there
There.
it
I'll
is.
put-
There
I'll
it
put-
is.
Please put. I guess handy people, or should we just say Indians in general?
We'll put Hindi friends.
Oh!
Wow, that's
Okay.
generalizing.
You
Now you
just
have to
general-
do one for each.
What?
Let me do.
You guys are really just there's a
we
hole,
literally
and
have
you
a
guys just
conversation
keep
about this?
digging into it.
No,
We
I
have
don't
a
think so.
conversation that not all
The
Indian
hole
people
is-
speak Hindi.
The hole is 10
board.
feet deep.
There's a board so
Is that a thing?
Yes,
Wow.
we had a
I thought it was
conversation
the
about
I
it.
thought it was the
hole-
common
the
language or
hole
some
just
shit.
keeps
I've
digging
had this
itself.
explained to me. I swear.
Yeah, by us. You were like, why
No,
is
no,
it-
not with
I-
you guys, or like someone telling me that like it was a common language. This is in like one of my engineering classes. Hold on.
No, I swear to God, we had this conversation, and you were like,
At ASU.
Hindi people. You were surprised Hindi wasn't one of the more common.
It's an official language. It's an official language.
Well, no
so
shit, it's an official
I
language.
think no, it's their official language. Is what I'm saying.
Harry, I'm gonna need you
Well,
to
yeah,
just...
but other people, the English is the official language of America. Do other people not speak other languages?
I'm just saying. I won't say anymore.
That's smart.
There you go.
Smart.
He's finally starting. You see the gears are starting to turn in his head. He's like,
I put I put Eddie for one because we also have upset Eddie this podcast. We've upset him a couple times already. He's always disappointed. in
I
us.
think the real zinger was what just happened. TV show
zinger.
pilots. Does anyone have one they'd like to share with the class first?
I
Well,
like
you seem
Big-
like you.
Big Bang
You seem like
Theory.
you had.
The whole universe.
That is not. No, we're not. No. We're not. No. You don't just. You don't just come up. You have to make your own.
The earth began to cool and the outer drones began to drool. The middle of the pyramids.
That's science history. That's a mystery.
With
With young Sheldon. Young Sheldon. Who's that?
Since the dawn of man is really not that long as every
Do not
galaxy
do
was
the
formed
fucking
on the
extended
time of the
version.
planets. You sing
This
this
is
song, you
extended
count
version. Shut
fraction
up.
of the second, then the
Hey!
elements were
Hey!
made. The Bible.
I'll offend more people.
Straight the dinosaurs.
Ethan.
They tried to leave, but they were late.
The
and they all
dinosaurs
died
were
because
I
they
Sorry.
don't think I can say what my idea is until he's done.
The ocean's impetuous. You would.
out of fear of
He will never be
all
done.
started with
It'll
the
be completely
beginning.
overshadowed. I can't say anything.
It all started with. I'm missing some part of this song. Hold on.
No, you don't need to look it up. Okay, Ethan, go.
Well, I'm.
And if you
I'm
interrupt
scared.
Ethan, I swear to God. Just go. Just go. Just go.
Okay.
Don't give him the chance.
You interrupted Ethan.
So despite the obvious for me, it's not a sitcom I thought of. I thought of an animation, like an animated show. I think we don't have a lot of long running animated shows that branch over like a whole like story as you go on, especially in Western media. A lot of the times what we deal with is episodic shows where the show starts and ends and it's not an overarching story. So I want to take a hint from one of my brother's D&D campaigns because I thought it was such a cool idea, and I'm sad that we never got to finish that campaign. Pretty much the idea is, and this is again something that my brother thought of, and I've drawn a little comic for. I won't say too much about that because I never finished it. Harry, I think, remembers it. Anyway, I'm getting off track. The idea is that all the gods of pantheons, so like think Zeus, Odin, Loki versus like Artemis, and Athena. They all have one huge clash. Ra's there too. Every single pantheon, right, in mythology, huge war. A lot of gods come out of it like gone. They're gone. There's very few that are left unscathed.
Are you making a soundtrack for it right now?
They pass their powers down to people they choose, and it's called
He's still talking. Eddie, you've lost your turn to talk.
So these things are called divine.
You just gotta talk over him. He's just gonna like do the little whisper thing.
I'm literally not even saying words. It was a crazy thing.
It's called.
I wasn't even saying anything. You were. So suck on that. You lost your turn, bitch.
That is not true. Just talk!
These things are called divine sparks, and they will be passed down to people that they choose. So think like you would have the reincarnation of Zeus and reincarnation of Odin. Those would be like the lead characters.
Is this Clone High?
No. It's not a comedy.
I mean...
It would be like they would pass down their abilities. So it wouldn't be like, okay, I know I said reincarnations.
Brochuck Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2 a little too seriously over here.
It would not be Zeus and Odin though. It would be like these people who don't even like, it would just be the power that they've got chose with,
It's power within.
It would be like if Zeus.
My Hero Academia.
No, it would be like if Zeus saw Harry and was just like he would use my power the best, I think. So now Harry, who isn't Zeus, by the way, or have the personality that Zeus did.
So Zeus is like All Might, and I'm like Deku, and it's your power. It's his god, not yours.
Ethan, I liked your idea.
But yeah, the series would follow along that. It's such a good show. The series would follow along that idea. So the pilot episode would be basically pretty much again, it's animated, so I do actual professional like voice actors. I had a couple in mind, but I'm completely blanking on them right now.
Say those for later.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
But the idea would be like the pilot episode is all about the gods, their background, the fact that they are gone, and now their powers re-manifested in these people who don't have any idea what to do with it. That would be the idea of the show, and that would be explained in the pilot.
Hell yeah, brother.
I needed a water after all that talking. I was like, holy fuck.
That's good stuff. That's in depth as fuck. Does someone want to go next? Harry Eddie?
I could go.
The stage is yours.
I don't know if I want to like make it animated or I think live action would be a little bit better. So I'm thinking this is like a new sitcom idea. So there could be like a overarching story, but most of it is like episodic based. And so the premise is kind of the pilot is you start with this young, or not young, but like late teen, maybe young adult kind of thing. This person, I don't know if they'd be guy, girl, whatever yet. I haven't picked. I haven't gotten that far. This is just pilot work. I gotta get greenlit still, dude.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll see if you get greenlit, young man.
Okay. HBO Max is my fingers crossed for this one. So basically, this person's running into problems, like our generation, or even this could be Generation Alpha. They're not that old yet. So this is probably Gen Z person. And you know how everyone's like been kind of over dramatic, where it's like, oh my gosh, the older generations have screwed us over, and this and that, and like this is just the worst generation to be living in, kind of in like the modern era, because like there's so much against us, and there's a lot more anxiety and depression diagnosed in our generation, just because so much shit's being thrown at us. So there's also, I know, time machines getting to get wacky.
Okay.
But there's this pretty much program you can sign up for. Maybe, I don't know, government program. We'll just throw it out because government likes to do this shit.
I love programs.
Where you bring back ancestors of your family lineage from different generations of the past, but when they come back, they're your exact age. And so then you're like living in a house with all your ancestors of different generations that can give you their advice for like their modern day, but they are also having their modern day problems too, kind of, because they're your age, so they're also young adults about to figure it out in their world, so they don't quite get it yet. Don't ask questions till the end.
Have you seen the TV show Ghosts?
No.
Okay.
And the thing is that this is a government program, so multiple people have done it. So the girl you might be falling in love with might be someone born all the way in 1900s. But you know, she's that age at that time. So then there's the qualm of like, are they gonna, you know, like there can be different like arcs and stuff, like are they gonna go back, or is the government gonna force them to go back to their time,
or is the past
like,
now ruined with them
brainwash them, or yeah, so it's like, and then I think that would make fun for every episode. There's like a new different problems popping up with like each character has like, you know, there's so many different like problems to have to.
What type of show would you say this is?
It's like a comedy sitcom.
Okay.
Is that what com stands for? Sitcom?
Yeah, situational comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was sitting down
romance comedy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very much in line with what Seth said. I thought it was sit down and laugh.
They sit on the couch and they laugh.
And they laugh. And they sit in the comedy.
I genuinely thought sitcom meant you sit down on your couch to watch the show and you laugh because it's comedy. Sitcom.
And usually they have a live audience like sitting down and they're
okay, smart guy. What does rom-com mean?
That
what does rom-com mean?
A lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, smart guy.
The real life studio.
Oh, that's a real thing.
For some shows, I feel like it isn't. The
Well,
way
yeah,
they laugh is the exact
some shows
same.
it isn't,
It's the exact same sometimes. So now I'm always just like.
But like the ones that say this was filmed in front of a live studio audience, like why would they lie about that?
That's true.
That's fair enough, honestly.
I don't know. To seem more sincere or something, I have no.
Did you have a question, Ethan? You had a question.
I was just gonna ask, but I.
Don't hurt my feelings, please. Don't.
I couldn't.
No, I can't accept.
I honestly couldn't really remember what my question was, but I believe it was something along the lines of, so the government would bring, was it just young adults, or would it be some people who were like 50, 60? Because if you're bringing in your ancestors from the past, they might not have lived until that age. So would they automatically be age adjusted to be your age in perfect health by the time they get there? Because you have to remember that the common death age went up as society evolved with medicine and stuff.
It's time travel, so it's like
hell yeah, brother.
They would pull them out of time at the exact age that you are, kind of, to help you figure it out. I thought that would be kind of fun, where everyone's kind of like the same age in a sense, but they like you know, you have same age actors. Like Eddie would like act like a boomer, so he'd say racist things because he was grew up in the.
I feel like the better example for this would have been Seth, considering like the start
give
of
a
the
mark down
podcast.
for the Eddie.
Seth would be the caveman ancestor that would like fucking be like, like just fucking, you know.
Oh, and that's another thing.
Ethan would be the Victorian one that dies from the Black Plague a year after in his timeline.
So-
Yeah, he like sees an ankle and he faints.
Oh my heavens! Oh
good
my
heavens!
heavens!
That's another thing I was actually.
What do you
meaning to
mean you
ask.
spit in my platoon?
Would there be a translator? Because you also have to remember, if these are ancestors from like years past. What if you're in America and your ancestors from before
Man,
America
it's a
was
sitcom.
even?
Don't think about it too hard. Just sit
Yeah, you're
down and
thinking-
watch your Family Guy cutaways. But
Just sit down and calm, bro.
Sit down. Hey, how about you sit down and rom with me? I want to get romantical.
That's what that stands for, Eddie.
Seth, what the
Are you
fuck
ready?
did you think ROM stands for?
Like you ramen around.
you sit your ROM on the chair. Like ROM.
You rom down on that fucking couch, baby. Am I right?
Guys,
Give me some. Give me some top.
Comms has been kind of quiet. Can we get more rom
Yeah.
coms?
Yeah, Eddie. Do you
Honestly, I
have
haven't
yours
had rom
ready
coms
yet?
in a while.
Yeah, I have
Like
one ready.
like those cheesy ones.
Okay, well, feel free to share anytime.
Like How I Met Your Mother. That's a.
That's a sitcom. It's not a rom com. There's no two like the two leads.
Rom-com.
Is there no ramen?
I'm saying like
How much?
there is
So have
rom,
you
but
guys-
there's not too much rom. It's
have
more
you
if
guys
you
been
sit
in
down
the
and laugh
ocean
at
before?
the lack of rom.
I have.
Too scared.
Okay, so anyways,
Last week, Seth's mother. Go on.
okay,
I'm
so
gonna go on the new
there's
submersible to the Titanic.
there's a pineapple down there, basically, and there's this sponge guy that lives there, and this sponge guy and his brother Patrick,
Well,
they
at
have
least you had two
104
people take
days
it
of summer
seriously, so-
vacation, but school will come along just to end it. And so like they're super geniuses, but they also have these like these fairly like things that follow them around.
Do they have an annual problem?
No.
For the generation.
Oh, okay. They don't.
Yeah,
Have
no, they don't.
Okay, gotcha.
And then they have this talking dog that's like a total douchebag.
He's like, hey. Peter.
Anyways, yeah.
Hey, Peter.
Okay.
There's
Anyways,
no Peter,
my
but-
actual show is kind of like one of those mockumentary styles like The Office, but I don't want it to be like the kind of like I don't know. I prefer like the Brooklyn Nine-Nine Parks and Rec one. The Parks and Rec one, they do the direct interviews. But
I get what you're saying with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I don't know if can we classify that as mockumentary? Because I feel like
the
that's
camera
also,
work is
the camera work, but they never.
That's
It doesn't
fine.
feel as much mockumentary because of the background music, the cutaways sometimes. I don't know. I'm with you. That's just a question I've had.
The Office just got meta with their mockumentary. I feel like
The Office changed
I never saw the
the-
end of Parks and Rec, so I don't know about that one.
I mean,
Parks and Rec
documentaries do have music
very
in
much-
them, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I
don't-
guess.
whatever, something like that where they're not really breaking the fourth wall. Anyways, my idea is about like a broadcast crew, but not like a news broadcast crew, like a sports broadcasting crew. So like the ones that like do like the games and everything.
Like what you'd want
basically-
to do for your career,
Yeah,
as a way to look into
kind
what
of.
they do. Cool.
Yeah, so basically like this kind of is like based off like a real life thing. So like basically like their company is like kind of in this like kind of turmoil because like they're not being shown like you can still watch them, but they're not being shown on like a lot of
Right.
channels or anything. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to find them. And so basically like they're not like super popular or anything, but like so they're like a broadcast company. They do like sports games, hockey. So I don't really like whichever one, like hockey, basketball, football.
What did you mouth? Sorry, what did Ethan just mouth real quick?
I
do
said
have the-
don't. I said don't do it because I saw Harry grab the coin again.
What?
Oh.
There it is.
Eddie, please continue.
Basically, yeah. So
Try
that's
to be
like the
nice.
thing. You know, they're trying to like become relevant, do good at their jobs, but they're all kind of like goofy and everything, and they get into like hijinks and stuff.
That would be-
Hijinks.
Hijinks.
Some good
you know what you
hijinks.
could do is you could totally have a bunch of guest stars that are in sports. You know, sometimes people put people that do
That'd be
sports
fun.
inside the show. You could do something like that.
Yeah.
As like little cameos
Well,
and stuff.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Holy shit, Tucker Carlson, my favorite sports broadcast.
I'm here to
wouldn't
play
say that.
fucking football.
You know, the liberal left wants to make football more soft. They want to make their helmets
He has
softer.
a green
for
M&M like sticker on his football helmet.
I hate you guys.
I'm doing it for her.
You know how like they go out of the locker and they like hit the locker room door? There's like a green M&M up there on his way.
It's just
I'll
like.
never forget.
Have you guys ever seen Major League? It's like the one where they have like the cardboard cutout of the owner, and for every win they take a piece of clothing off of her, but instead of
Oh, I think
it's
I've seen
the
that.
green M&M.
They're peeling her shell off.
Don't unclothe her.
Why not?
Well, that's the
Oh
idea.
my God! No, she's the brown M&M. Ah,
Ah!
she's the
Her
ugly
insides!
one.
Her insides are coming out!
Ew.
Alright, Seth, what's your pitch?
Girl, I'll make
Anyway,
your insides
So
coming
what
out.
was yours, Seth?
Honestly, mine is not like too far off from how Eddie's was. It's one of those like
Unoriginal
I was thinking
pitch.
more like what?
He just thought of that, dude.
I was thinking of a Noah Khan and Yeti themed drama. No. So it is supposed to be like not I won't say mockumentary, but like definitely like a shaky cam sort of
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
arrest.
It's shot by.
I
someone
want to say
with-
Arrested Development.
It's shot by someone with Parkinson's.
Yeah, so Michael J. Fox is
Add a
our.
new one. Add a
Oh,
new
God
one.
damn
Add a
it.
new
God
one to the
damn
board.
it.
He's the one. He's the only one I know. He's the only one I know.
Oh.
Put Michael J. Fox on there.
Nope, just people with Parkinson's. Go on,
I
Seth.
think Michael J. It was
There was something
attack for
offensive
Michael J.
about
Fox.
people with fucking Parkinson's. It's just a
Yeah.
fact of how that works. That is literally how it works.
Yeah, I am with you.
That's like saying, "Oh, I want someone white to cast. Let me cast someone here." It's not offensive. It's true. You're white.
I am so sure that Harry spelled it like Park and Sons.
I don't want to look at it.
I need you to show it again. People with no, he spelled it right. White people.
Parkinson's.
Yeah, I am offended.
There you go.
Seth said all lives matter.
And
No,
there was another
no.
one. Wow, you were just,
I don't know.
The hole,
just
the
do
hole
like
was 20
everyone.
feet
Just
deep,
do
and we
like
just can't-
everyone.
We cannot keep digging this hole, bro.
Guys, I'm running out of room on this board already.
This is
Only 35
horrible.
minutes
Keep
in.
keep going on.
You'll find more. So, anyways, mine. So this is an idea I've
That
had for a
should not
bit.
be what we're aiming
As like
for.
someone who used to do marching band stuff, I always think that like always a thought when you're like practice is that like the front ensemble people, the who do the drums and everything, they're always
Are
awesome.
useless.
No.
They're useless. I agree.
Well, I hate.
Oh,
both of
all
you.
right. Ethan's in this. Oh wow.
That's where Synth Boy came from, buddy.
This is about to be really funny.
You're
So
not a
what's
marching
the-
band. You're
so
just.
what's the
you're
joke
just an
about front
outside
ensemble?
band.
they always
Listen
go
up,
like off
ensemble.
somewhere else, and I think that they're all a little. I know a lot of people, front ensemble people love them all. They're all a little like nerdy. That's kind of like the stereotype there. So I think
they're
it'd
not-
be funny to have this kind of
That's
like.
not even true, guys. I'm not even that nerdy. Anyways, I'm making a video game.
They're not in I almost said Mario Kart. They're not in marching band. They're just in band outside. They're just
Yeah,
an
they're
outside band.
they're not march. They're just.
Tell me
in-
what marching you did in marching band, Ethan. How many? You could probably count how many. steps you
Surprisingly, a lot. My band director really had the idea of let's have the pit and front ensemble do a lot of what the other people are doing. So I'd have to run the laps they did and do a lot of the exercises they did, the stretches, the walking. I actually learned a lot about marching, and then I would go inside and
Show me
play
the
all my
form.
instruments.
Show me the form.
I think I learned the trumpet style where you have to have your hands like this when you don't have the instrument in your hand.
Wait, did you get your?
That's dumb.
Wait, did you get
I
your
know.
PE uniform?
Oh, you're one of
sorry,
these?
You get your PE credit through that?
No, because COVID hit in 2020 and I wasn't really trying to do marching band, so I had to take an online class because it's 3 years of marching band to get your PE credit. So I had to do an online one since COVID
Yeah,
hit.
dude. So many fucking people in my marching band were like, "Yeah, we're reducing our PE credit." I'm like, "You don't get a fucking off period if you do that. Go into fucking exercise."
I know, right?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
I did a soccer class my first year of freshman year, and then I had it over with. It was like, and it
Yeah,
was fun.
that
It
would
was
have
a
been
fun
that
soccer
would have been
class.
nice,
Yeah, dude,
but
I
honestly,
played-
doing it online just to knock it out, I had so much other stuff I could
Do
have done.
online PE, dude. That sounds like wimp. That sounds like
Yeah.
wimp mode acting.
I
COVID
played-
was taking over the country, dude.
I played. I did
It
team
was
sports.
forced online.
We
I
were
couldn't
just allowed to
go.
keep doing marching
L
band.
ratio. Just get
Remember
the vaccine.
No,
just get
the
the vaccine.
quarantine. Think
The
about
vaccine.
the quarantine.
We
Marching
did
band
marching
was
band on
delayed.
Zoom. We did marching band on Zoom.
Exactly. You take a PE class. Guess where it's gonna be? Online. I couldn't.
COVID happened in the spring when marching band season isn't apparent.
The
Marching band
quarantine
is in hell.
lasted till 2022. And the
Yeah.
only reason I was able to go back to
Why?
class was because in early 2021, they were finally like, okay, fuck it. People are just doing it. It's lessened. We'll just bring people to class.
You
There's
smell.
nothing we can do.
You smell.
Anyways,
Wow. Wow.
Next
And it's
round. Are you done, Seth?
not even close.
Well, then hurry up. Fuck.
Okay, well they talked over me. Fuck you. Anyways, my idea is just to have like all the front ensemble people be like, I don't know if you've seen IT Crowd, one of those like, all the people are kind
Who
of
keeps
nerds.
asking us questions
and they get put
it's like,
down
you're
for it.
talking over me.
That was a statement, and then I continue with the thing.
There is such a thing as rhetorical. You know what I mean.
Thank you, Ethan. Anyways,
Go on.
Yeah, it mostly just be like a high school sort of coming of age. Like they get into little hijinks, and
Okay, now
It's
you just
just one
stole
of
my
those-
pitch. Now you just stole my
The
pitch.
getting to
hey,
hijinks was very
plenty
much
of
an
people
Eddie's
can get into
statement.
hijinks. All right, it's not contained to sports broadcasting, and I know that.
Get a get a different word.
Mischief.
Tomfoolery.
Shenanigans.
There you go. All four. You gave me 4.
And hijinks is where he decided to go.
So
Next
anyways,
round, let's run it.
After you've crafted your perfect little plot, don't you think you got to sell it with a nice little catchy name? Does anyone have a name for their show? Perhaps.
Ethan says Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2.
Okay.
Is that true, Ethan?
No, it was going to be something around the lines of divinity, because like these people are supposed to be gods, so they're divine beings, I guess. So divinity.
Okay. Yeah. That's cute. Eddie Harry. If you need time to come up, that's okay.
Mine would be called Infinity because their ancestors are like divided, like the multiverse infinity divided or something. Infinity.
Eddie.
Broadcast booth
Not bad.
or press box. I don't know.
Oh, press box is fucking perfect, actually.
Dude,
I
I
like
press
that
on
a
your
lot.
mom's box with my tongue.
I just come up with like an alternative show where it's like, it's kind of like this thing with, like, you know, there's all like the members of the press who cover the same team, so it'd be kind of fun to like follow like.
Yeah,
each
that would be
different member.
fun.
Yeah, I don't know. But I like my idea for now more.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Harry, do you have a name that isn't Divine Infinity?
I didn't actually think of one. I'm not gonna lie. What
That's
would you...
okay.
Just name it Ancestry.com.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's done. No,
You could do Ancestry, and it's like the logo could be like a family tree.
No, it should be because so it's,
I thought he liked my idea. I'm sorry.
It's because they're family and it's taking place in the present. I'm gonna call it Modern Family.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of guys in this family, right? So hear me out here.
Right, should be
American
the boys.
Dad.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
well, so
wait.
no, if you think about it, you know, you might just want to name it after the last name of the people. So maybe it should just be called The Simpsons.
Or,
You're making a show about O.J. Simpson?
Wait, you said there's a lot of guys in here, right? Is there like one that's a kid, so there's like 2.5 men in this scenario?
Oh, you know that
You know, this show concept sounds a little weird. Strange even. Maybe Stranger Things would be a good title.
Well, I was thinking that the main person's name would be Gumball, and so like it would probably be like the Amazing World of Gumball or something.
Do they go on like adventures together?
I was gonna
Do
say,
they
and,
have
like,
an
any certain
adventure
time.
Well, okay, but no, like in a way, you know, these ancestors, they're kind of like fairies to this person, you know, like, and they're like parental figures in the same.
Put another
place,
one down
like,
for lesbians.
Fairly Odd
Sorry, go
Parents.
on.
What? Why? How?
You said the mean word.
Fairy?
What?
I got it.
Damn it! Gotta put down a...
I
Okay.
got it. But
You watch your mouth, boy.
You watch your
Fairy.
mouth. You watch your
Fairy's,
mouth.
fairy is more. Fairy is more for.
Stop
gay
saying
men.
it!
Damn it!
Fairy is for gay men.
The ratings. The ratings.
Anyways, Harry, your title, you said it was something about a universe, right? What's our main
Oh, we're
character's
done with
name?
this. Fucking, it's not Steven, I'll tell you that.
Okay, so if it's not about like all these regular, all these like fantastical things, it's more of just a regular show.
Yeah,
I guess.
You sold the bag on that one. You sold
No.
I know,
Yeah, you jumped.
I
the
peeked
gun
out. I peeked out a little too much.
all good.
So do you have an actual one, Harry, or
I actually
should I
do
get back
not
to you?
have
Oh well,
That's fine.
I had another joke to make because, like, I feel like, you know, like this group of people, they're really gonna come together, and they, you know, they might even become like a community. So,
No, I'd
know.
say they're more friends.
Ah!
or I mean, they're probably all gonna live under the same roof. Might as well call it a house.
What about a Full House, huh?
Oh my gosh. Well, what about the sequel series that you were planning, Harry? Does the house get fuller? Is it a fuller house?
What if those things get stranger?
You already did that one. You
I already did
dumbass.
that.
What if there's a Jewish guy named Jerry Seinfeld?
He's already writing. He's already writing. Has he been writing this whole fucking time?
I think one of them would just be a robot, one of the girls, and it would be Carly, so it would be iCarly.
Oh my god.
I think two of them. You know, there's a chance one of them's named Drake and one of them's named Josh, and just Drake and
Oh my
Josh.
god. We cannot.
Phineas and Ferb sounds better, honestly.
Don't throw yourself off that. You threw yourself so far under the bus, Seth, when you reacted that harshly to Drake. Why did you immediately think of the rapper and not the show?
I was like, what is he gonna say? Drake and Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah,
I was confused.
That's my favorite show, Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the fun one.
I mean, honestly, a lot of people don't like time travel, and sometimes people think it could, like, you know, mess up like the multiverse and stuff. So maybe you just call it like Breaking Bad.
With a fumble that bad, we should probably move on to Seth's show. Seth, what's your idea?
That's so offensive. I'm calling my lawyer.
Hey, man.
You know his name already.
Better call Saul.
So my show, it's not too like crazy of a title, but it's a nice like little succinct title I've had in mind for a while. It'd be Pit Crew, which is what they're actually called for anyone who didn't like do much of it.
I'm so sorry. I love you, Seth, and I know that you thought of this beforehand, but the similarities between you and Eddie's ideas are really fucking funny.
What
like
does Pit Crew have to do with
Pit Crew? The 2-word mockumentary following a group of people who are in some form of
I pressed my tongue into your mom's box.
He's still doing
Up top.
Top.
There you go.
See that
Nice try,
slice,
bud.
dude?
All right. Well, we got some nice plots. We have some beautiful titles.
I'm so sorry. I just thought of it one for Harry. What if he named his slice of life because you need like different slices of people from different times' lives?
I'm sorry. It sounds like a show about pizza.
Never mind.
It's like a pizza show.
Fair enough.
What if it's like a long family of like
It's
pizza
Italian
owners?
family.
And it goes all the way back to like some like ancient Italian guy who made like, the
called
first
The
margarita
Sopranos.
pizza.
Don't worry, I'm already writing Italian down on this.
Well, you know how like you know there's a like in like England and stuff, like there's like a secession, like a thing like aligned to the throne. So you know, like all the people from your history. So it'd be like a Game of Thrones.
The next one, Seth. The next one. Please announce the
Oh my
next
God.
thing.
Cricket. That was a good one. That was a good one.
So okay, you guys have an amazing show, an amazing plot. Now you need some amazing. I'm gonna fucking kill you, Ethan. You need some amazing actors for this. What are like just a few maybe actors you'd want in your type of show?
Okay, but like what if this
actors?
show is about like a kid who's like 12, and his name is Sheldon, so it's like young Sheldon.
I love that. Greenlight it immediately.
I miss George Cooper Sr. every day.
See, he's
Honestly, I swear his death was in the show and everyone knew it was happening, but everyone's still in shock.
Everyone
about
was
it.
just on YouTube Shorts and was like, "Yeah, this stupid show keeps getting recommended to me," and then we all saw him die.
George Cooper.
Fuck. That was the worst day of my life. Is when George Cooper died. So anyway,
honestly,
my life is when I met you three all on the same day.
So what if this show is set in a city in Pennsylvania?
we cannot.
But
I'm shutting you down. I'm
everything's
shutting
nice
you
about the
down.
show, so it's always
You're
sunny in
cut
Philadelphia.
off. You are cut off. Ethan, do you want to go first again, or does anyone else want to beat him to the punch?
I'm trying to find out who the other actor was. Sorry.
Okay.
I do have 2 ideas for the lead characters because I'm just trying to remember. Bryce Papenbrook, sorry. The 2 lead characters I wanted to be voiced by Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you
And-
for Bryce Papenbrook.
And Bryce Papenbrook. I thought the lead characters should be like these 2 strangers who meet each other, and they're the.
He's this
people-
guy who does like a really shitty anime dubber who does like all like the really big characters and everyone hates him. Anyways, go on.
Really?
People
I don't know. I
don't
really
like
liked him, and
Bryce Papenbrook.
I thought he was really good in Attack on Titan. That's kind of why I
He's very
thought
good.
of him.
But like a lot of people like to point to like Kirito and shit like that he did too.
No, I don't think
But-
about Kirito. I think of Eren Yeager, the guy, but sorry. But I thought it'd be cool to have the 2 lead characters be voiced by Yuri Lowenthal and Bryce Papenbrook, just because I know they're both good characters who can have a lot of range. But I thought it'd be cool for them to voice the reincarnations of Odin and Zeus, because I feel like if the 2 big, heads of each pantheon being the 2 leads, I thought that'd be cool to have 2 characters who I know can voice act and do very, very good roles. I was thinking Matthew Mercer for a voice actor, but
We were talking about Matthew Mercer earlier. Sorry, go on.
he's a great voice actor, but I'd want to save him for a character that
He could be.
is in
I
a
feel like
lead.
I feel like he could be like
like
one of like the teachers or like a god himself or something like that. I feel like
yeah.
he's got that big voice.
I wouldn't have teachers in this one. It's not My Hero Academia, despite the idea that you already have in your head that it would be. No, it would be literally an adventuring group that explores the world they're a part of,
right?
With a goal. But I feel like I would have to develop that goal not in the pilot when we're focusing on the pilot right now. So, who's next?
If Eddie or Harry are not ready, I'll go first, just so I'm not seen as stealing anything from anybody. I don't know like too many young actors, but two that I have in mind that I feel like could do a pretty good job for it is I think Iman Vellani, the girl who does Miss Marvel. From what I've seen from like the clips. She's very good.
She gives the energy of someone who's in marching band, so I think that's actually like an expert.
Because I got like picture in like the gym, like the gray shirt gym clothes sort of thing, being like really funny. I feel like she'd be great. I think Finn Wolfhard could be pretty good. He does a lot of those like comedy shows.
You said you're thinking of young actors, right? I remember there was one I thought of right as you said that. Go on though.
Finn, they're like the only two like young actors I can really think of. But I think for the band director, I don't know why, but I have a really strong like urge to have it as Nick Kroll. I think Nick Kroll could be like such a funny like awkward like yelling at all the kid. Like I can see with like, his hands like folded behind his arms like this on the fucking like podium or some shit. I think it'd be awesome. I think
he'd be better as the percussion director.
I figured band director, percussion director.
You're
right. Because then like the band director could be this like really prestigious guy. Maybe.
Yeah.
And like he himself is scared of that guy. Oh, that's genius. Thank you.
Valid. You said you were looking for young actors, right?
Yeah.
I remember watching this show. One of the characters I thought was a good actor was Ian Armitage.
I feel like I know that name.
He's a good young actor.
What show is he in?
I can't remember what it was. The name just kind of popped in my head as you brought up young.
You said
young actors.
Ian Armitage?
Ian.
Fuck you, actually go to hell. Actually go to hell. You know that? You know you can go to hell, and that like I wouldn't miss you.
What happened?
That's the fucking young Sheldon actor's name.
Actually, I've heard of this guy who's pretty good.
He's actually not a bad actor though. He could do a good job. I just when you say young, I'm just like you have to look this up.
I mean, he's pretty young, so he probably doesn't have like a lot of like problems or anything. His name is Nicholas Cut. No, we're not doing Nicholas Cantu. That's a that is a name that has aged horribly. And really become intertwined with a Minecraft YouTuber. Am I the only one that still thinks that's insane? Gumball from Amazing World of Gumball has like a video with Dream out there that's very viral, or was very viral.
He was on
thanks, Ethan.
I don't know how much you know about like old, kind of not really old Minecraft YouTube, but he was on that SMP that a lot of YouTubers were on back in like 2018, 19. I think it's called like the Epic SMP or something like that. Not Dream SMP. But like he was on there with like
the Dream SMP. I think has single-handedly ruined. Harry has a sock on his bed. On his bed frame.
Do you even see
in the back right? There's just a sock hanging there, and that just threw my entire sentence off. Dream SMP really did mess with a lot of Minecraft the Minecraft content creation landscape was honestly permanently changed by the Dream SMP.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Harry.
Okay, so you guys didn't do a lot. I kind of casted like my entire main cast.
No, run it. Yeah.
I just thought of the leads.
So basically, so for my play-by-play guy and my analyst, so I have Rob McElhaney as my play-by-play guy, and then I have Joel McHale as the analyst, and then so for
I figured you would get Joel McHale. Sorry,
Joel McHale is so true though. He's a great actor.
For my intermission like little panel, I have Donald Glover, Andy Samberg, and I think it was those two. And
combining the cast of Community and Brooklyn Nine-Nine on paper sounds like probably the greatest idea you've thought of so far. That actually doesn't. That sounds like it'd be fun as fuck to watch.
Don't worry, there's more. And then so basically, Ken Jeong is the assistant.
Okay, so
Jerry Trainer is the tech guy. Craig
Bring it back.
Robinson. Craig Robinson is the cameraman. Seth MacFarlane is like the head of the network. Charlie Day is like the writer for like all the stuff. Quinta Brunson, I don't know if you guys watch Abbott Elementary. She's in that.
I do
like
watch Abbott Elementary. I'm on like
marketer.
season
She's
3 right
pretty
now.
good. Tyler James, also from that, is like an intern.
That's
Tyler James was in something before. Let It Shine. That's
baby.
what he was in. Yeah, that was a great movie. Is it more than a graph? I love that song. I listen to that song like once a month. I'm like,
I think I have it on my Spotify.
There's an itch I need to scratch by listening to that song.
I don't remember the exact name for this, Harry. You could probably tell me. Maya Rudolph is like the head producer. Who's the person who's like the head person in the control room?
The technical director.
Yeah, that's what Maya Rudolph is.
Maya Rudolph is very out but that's cool.
Actually, that might not be the. I think it might be the producers, the main person, because technical director is this person running it.
And then Maya, I did that. Emma Roberts is the sideline reporter. Jason Mantzoukas is the crazy stadium janitor, and then Glenn Howerton is the national TV broadcaster.
Valid.
Hell yeah, that's a good cast.
Yeah.
That's a really good cast. Very expensive, but I feel like if the show takes off well, they would all stick around for it.
Yeah,
I wanted to put Aziz Ansari in there, but I feel like he's like probably like a cameo kind of guy.
All right, Harry, you seem stressed.
Okay. No, it's good. So I was thinking. So I kind of have to lay out my pilot episode how it goes so you understand my casting.
Okay.
So basically, it would probably start, or it would be like around a bar-ish area, and it'd be like a group of friends, and there's this one guy that's kind of falling in love with a new girl that just moved there, and basically the whole story is being told from this guy's perspective, but like years later, and he's pretty much, it's the beginning of the story of like pretty much how he met like their mother, the kids, and
watch that show.
This was like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, well, let me actually talk about the cast. So, just a reminder that like mine's about like the ancestors coming back. So I was thinking I need a lot of celebrities or like actors that look alike.
Yes. Okay.
So
good.
for my main family, I was thinking it would consist of, so we could like just still dedicate like which roles would be like who would be this older generation coming, but Michael Cera, Jesse Eisenberg, John Heder, I don't know how to say it, John Heder, and Andy Samberg, which is really funny.
They all look very similar, so that's really smart. Michael Cera would have to be the most modern with
Well, I really want to just include one random that's like, you know, because it's all white men, so I really want like a diversity cast, but it's like really obvious is like, what part of the family chain are you like just random, like it's just kind of like that's like part of the joke is like this person's just part of the family, you know, they're like,
it could be through adoption, so it'd be really funny. Like,
yeah, somewhere along the line there's just someone just right in the middle that's just complete like different, and I didn't want to like single anyone out, so I didn't cast anyone for that role, but I was thinking like that would be really just like a funny like role that someone would take on, and they'd just be like a really good comedic outlet of like, why are you guys all thinking this way, like, you know, almost like a voice of reason in a sense. But I also thought of some other different families. Well, there's the sibling actors, Chris Hemsworth and Luke Hemsworth. That would be really funny. Like they're trying to play different generations.
Luke? I thought it was Liam. Or
there's Luke. I guess Liam. Yeah,
that would be the family
Luke,
chain.
And Liam. Yeah, Chris, Luke, and Liam Hemsworth.
Okay, yeah.
So they're three brothers, but like you know, it's funny because they're playing different. I mean, obviously these actors wouldn't come for a show. Probably they're you know usually movie actors. But.
I'm pretty sure Chris Hemsworth also is kind of taking a break from acting as of late, didn't he?
Yeah,
he got diagnosed with
Alzheimer's.
Well, he
not diagnosed. It's not diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Put it down. Write it down.
Seth would be so offended right now if he remembered what you said.
Yeah, what did he say again? Someone remind me.
Anyways, guys, I don't know about Universal. I don't think it was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I believe that what it was that he has the traits very commonly associated with it. So he's taking a break from acting to focus on maybe.
But he was just in Furiosa, so.
True. That was probably before.
I think that breaks over then if he's in Furiosa.
No, I said it was before.
I was gonna say he announced that back in like 2022, so I feel like filming would have been, I don't know, like.
So I also thought it would be fun because this is like a modern day show. So what are some like streamer or YouTuber lookalikes? I couldn't think of any. Like, like popular streamers or YouTubers that kind of look like each other, but
I was gonna say a very fucked up joke of Dr. Disrespect with his mustache and Stalin, but I don't know if you could make a joke there.
Make Dr. Disrespect a descendant of
Yeah,
Stalin.
well, I don't know. I don't think that guy's picking up any more roles for
I was also
the
thinking,
foreseeable future.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I was also thinking people like Dove Cameron, who's starting Live and Maddie, that they could play multiple characters or multiple different ancestors for themselves
with different makeup sets.
Instead of being siblings, they'd just be like, well, remember they're playing like the same age they were. You know how like a lot of people look like their mother or their father.
No, I'm saying like makeup to make them look slightly different from each other. Because
You
you know,
could, or
Liv
you
and
could-
Maddie are the same actress.
By the
Well, you
way,
could exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can make
way-
them the exact same
By
because
the
some people
way-
look exactly like their mother when they're younger.
by the way, filming for Mad Max Furiosa took place in 2022.
Really? Okay.
So it was definitely
I feel like that's a long time for a movie to.
The
have
CGI
been
looks
edited
good,
then,
so
right?
that might be it.
I guess,
You
yeah.
also have to remember, Marvel has a horrible track record of let's film CGI now, let's get the movie out.
It's
It's not Marvel.
Hemsworth's also in the new Transformers.
I'm
movie,
saying
the animated
Mad
one,
Max's
which is pretty
CGI
good.
looks good
Oh,
because
is
they
he?
did in-rush the
Yeah,
CGI.
I guess Scarlett Johansson and Chris Hemsworth are in that new one, which is they're just making Avengers out of Transformers. I swear, guys.
Someone else is also in it that I liked.
Keegan Michael Key.
No, it's the guy. I think it's the guy
like
from
him.
Bullet Train.
Oh,
Brian
Brad
Tyree
Pitt.
Henry. I don't know.
Oh, hell yeah, Brian Tyree Henry.
Who's that? Who dat?
Who
If you
dat?
guys look up Keegan
Tangerine.
Michael Key, the first picture that shows up is
Yeah.
Toad.
Lemon. No, he's Lemon. He's Lemon.
Good.
I wish I was kidding. If you guys looked up Keegan Michael Key, the first picture you will see is of Toad.
Keegan Michael Key would be a perfect person to put in that first family where it's just random like what? Like no offense, dude, you just don't look anything like us. And they're like, he's like, bro, I'm like, I'm your great grandfather. Treat me with some respect,
Yeah, Transformers 1. Yeah, it's Brian Tell. Yeah, you're right.
dude. There could be some cool like strife within the families where it's
Lawrence
like,
Fishburne, Steve Buscemi, they're also in it.
or
In,
like the,
in this fucking Transformers animated show? Holy
It's a movie.
shit. Oh, it's a movie? Okay.
Yeah.
That's so fucking crazy.
Isn't it Chris Hemsworth is now Optimus Prime? I feel like that's not bad at all. I have no complaints about that.
I'd have to hear it,
He,
but yeah, it doesn't
he
sound
does
that
a
bad.
good job recreating, was it Peter Cullen's voice? Is it Peter Cullen? I'm trying to, before
I don't fucking know.
All right, well,
I have an
I...
idea.
Peter Cullen. Peter
before
Cullen.
we descend anymore, I think we're gonna wrap things
Well,
up
I have
right
an
here.
addition.
Oh, my
I
bad.
wanted to say real quick, one plot point of this new show that I was having could be the fact that like the ancestors that come into this time, they still don't know what happens in their lives basically because they're pulled at that time age,
Right.
and so this person's having trouble with like relational issues and stuff. And the other family members are trying to relate, and they're like, well, obviously you have offspring, so we know for a fact that you at some point work it out with someone. My future is still undetermined, so that'd be like a cool like plot line that's like, you can't relate to me. I know for a fact you get laid.
Counterpoint. You said there's also a plot line where they have to decide, do we send these people back? Do we have another plot line where it's, okay, you don't send these people back, what happens to the rest of them? Are they stuck in this time, or do they fade from existence because they were never made?
And time travel always has really weird rules that you can have a sitcom about.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
Here's some final remarks.
He rewrote it.
Final.
And
I had to make
yeah.
a smaller text.
Dementia
Okay.
people.
Good list.
Park Anson's.
Those people.
Dementia people and Alzheimer's people and dementia people. Very cool.
I should have done the thing where I keep forgetting.
There's another mark. There's another mark.
Okay, so that was hey, lots of good shows going around here, but I don't know if you guys are really familiar with the whole landscape of TV writing. Not a lot of show. There's a lot of shows that get pitched and never make it to
You
air.
know what?
If you what?
Chicken butt. Got him. Anyways.
Go on.
If you had to choose one of the 4 shows to greenlight, which would it be?
None of them. They all suck.
Yeah, we're not really writers.
Ethan, do you share the sentiment?
I'd probably go for the broadcast crew or whatever. The hot box, the
hot
lick
box,
your mom's lick your mom's
I don't.
pussy box.
Wait, put it back up. Put it back up. Put it back up.
I'm really
Sorry,
interested.
for audio listeners, anyone who's like made it through this part of the episode, Harry's been showing like a whiteboard of people we've offended, and it just says dementia 6 times on it, 5 times.
I didn't even realize that. I was more paying attention to how the glitch worked, where I saw a bit of his screen. No worries, nothing. If I had to choose a show to greenlight, I was weirdly like I really dug Harry's show. I feel like it'd be a fun concept to watch.
I'd change my mind if I was you. I wouldn't take that personally.
No, I actually like the idea.
Yeah, hell yeah. I personally say I also like broadcast nipples, or what was it called?
Broadcast nipples? That's my favorite. Hell yeah.
The whole
Hotbox.
screen is just
I like
area.
how you like his, but we don't even remember his fucking...
No, because Eddie had a lot of like good points in his like. I think the actress is what sold a lot of me too. Like if it weren't for Harry's, it would be Eddie's. I know. I just like the humor aspect of Harry's, but Eddie's had like a great casting.
Yeah.
I made mine up on this spot.
Yeah, that's fair. Eddie, who would you greenlight of anyone?
I like the concept of Ethan's. I mean, I like the ideas behind all of them. I don't know I like Harry's idea, but I might not fully grasp it. I find it a bit confusing and a little bit kind of like, I don't know.
A lot of it is relying on time travel is weird.
The basic, yeah. Like I don't know. I've never been a big fan of time travel TV shows.
Well, it's just like that's like the pilot to just make sure everyone is in their like situation. Then it's
no, that's fair. I don't know. I don't think it's bad. I just like I like all of them. Oh god. I do like Seth's. Speaking of someone who's in Pit, I think that'd be fun. But I think Ethan's is probably like the most creative, I guess, while being like the most plausible at the same time. I guess probably Ethan's.
True.
Okay.
A great job to all of our writers, but only one makes that alive. Congratulations, Eddie, for being officially greenlit. We will be going into production tomorrow.
I want
Good
my
job.
$1 million.
You'll get paid after or something. Anyways.
No royalties. No royalties. No royalties.
No.
Well, then I'm just not going to sign the contract.
Too late.
It's
recorded this podcast for.
Making this podcast is more or less signing the contract, honestly.
Wait,
so
do you have like a lawyer or something? You know.
Oh, do you have a lawyer or something you could call?
In fact, I do.
Better call Saul.
Oh, that wasn't the joke that I thought you were making, but
I couldn't say the other one for legal reasons.
That is what?
I don't know.
Don't ask.
Anyways,
don't give him the...
tip your glass lickers, kids. See you later. So when are we gonna start filming the podcast?